Oh, you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life. Okay, this is good news or bad news, however you see it. Nah, it's good news. It means I'm succeeding. Okay, yeah, so I figured out some things since the last time. If you have been directed to this video, yeah, okay. So the very first one I did, if you saw the very first one, okay, the very first one, that's how it's done live. See, early in the days, or in my early videos, I paid very much attention to live performances, but as I went on and studied and took the time to study the tracks and study live performances, turns out sometimes I can't trust live performances if I am to do my best to pick out what the actual track is, doing. Sometimes they take liberties in the live performances to maybe perform vocals simpler, or maybe there's not as many vocals, things of that nature. Okay, so this video I'm gonna do real quick because I've done this twice now. Generally the same, okay? In fact, all of it's the same, except just tiny tweaks, and that's what I'm calling this video, just larger than life tweaks. Show you the things I discovered, and that completes it, okay? That is it, okay? So let me show you the quick, things I've discovered, and I'll even have the audio edited tracks to back it up, and yeah, so let's start. Hopefully this is exciting to you guys. Listen out. This is how it actually goes. Sorry if any of you were trying to make a complete replica cover of it, and this one came out later, but hey, this happens sometimes. It can be very tricky trying to pick up vocals along with music. It takes hours and hours to pop it in audio software to try to pick them out as best as I can. So let's start. Hopefully this is exciting. And okay, so before I had even posted the one where I'm like, you know what, man, I gotta fix this up. My brother, probably some of you are subscribed to him. He has a channel similar to mine. He pointed out to me, he's like, you know what, it kind of sounds like there's a high melody. Now, in a lot of boy band songs, you have the high melody, kind of like in I Want You Back by NSYNC. As Long As You Love Me. What you did, as long as you love me. As long as you love me. I want it that way. I want it that way. A lot of times in songs they have that. And I didn't think there was one. I thought that was just like, I don't know, I just thought he was tripping or whatever. But turns out there's a high melody. So there's a low melody in this, which is hard to hear because it's quiet. And there's a high melody, and it's hard to hear because it's quiet. Some of the vocals are quiet. I find that the melody, the high harmony, and the highest harmony are like quite loud. But then the other harmonies are kind of low. Anyway, let me show you. Can't you see, that makes you love? Can't you see, how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life. Okay, hopefully you heard that. I can. Yeah, props to my brother. Explored that, made an edit, turns out I can hear it, and there it is. I wonder what makes them decide. That is something I would ask Backstreet Boys if I were to ever meet them. What is their mind process? Oh, we should do something super high right here. Now, I think they want to go very hyped with this song, so they want to go big, so they threw in just a lot of vocals, and I love that. This is one of my favorite songs. And yeah, so let's move on to what's next. So not much left. I'm not redoing the whole harmony tutorial because the last one basically covered it. But yeah, so there is a whole high melody. I guess I'll just show you the whole vocal just so you get an idea. Oh, you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? So I grew skeptical about this when I was putting out the last video I was doing on this, and it came to me, but I just kind of like I couldn't put my finger on it. But yeah, I know it's there now. If you listen out to the echo, if you really want to listen for it, because this is kind of what got me going. If you listen to the echo after the "Then life," you know how it goes, "Then life, life, life." And it's funny, every time I would sing this song in the shower, I would do that. Then life, life, life. Okay. Anyway, yeah, so there was a bit of an offness to it. If you listen to it, it's not I want to say clean. It's because there's an extra vocal in there. Now, remember how the first time I didn't have that extra vocal? I always found it interesting. I'm like, wow, he sings it interesting. That makes you larger. Such an interesting way to sing it, right? But then I found out, oh, he's singing it like that, and they did throw a vocal in there. I was just like, oh man, that's good, man, and it just made me like the song so much more. So that makes so in the last video, like we heard, I said that there was that makes you larger and larger, so it creates like a perfect four, what I like to call a perfect four, which is super cool. And then Kevin is copying basically what I assume Howie's doing. You can hear Brian doing a top harmony or double high harmony, so I think he's just singing it with Howie, and then maybe it's either Howie that goes larger or Brian. It's kind of hard to tell. Larger. Maybe that's Brian because he does all the weird stuff. If there's a weird harmony, it's probably Brian. Larger. Anyway, so I just assume that there's two people singing the same thing, and then they branch off doing something different there. Larger, larger. But then it made them meet up again. Larger than life. Pay close attention here. Larger than, not then. So he continues off, but now, from what I concluded, and I'm going to show you the edits, he ends off on a bit of an off note. Larger than life. So one vocal is going larger than life and larger than life, and then the low harmony is doing the same thing, larger than life, which creates a perfect four at the end there, but which makes it kind of what I guess I like to call. See, I don't know the terms to everything, but an offness or a bit of a. See, I wish I knew the terms. You know what I mean. More of that conflicting sound, but still harmonized. Then life. So I'm gonna show you that right now. So let's hear the edits. Now, you're gonna have to listen really closely, okay? So listen out for a then life. It's hard to hear, but you should if you want to try to hear it some more, try listening out to the echoed part, and the music kind of stops for a second. Then life, and I noticed that it sounded kind of different, and let's see if we can hear it out. I know it's hard to hear and that probably annoys you, but that's kind of a good thing so that it stays in your brain a little bit. Then life. I know it's quiet, but listen out. Then life. I think they made it quiet purposely. Like, it actually sounds like they made it quieter at the life part. I think they made it just a little bit quieter so that more of the nice melodic structure
outweighs that type of vocal that they threw in there. But I kind of like what they did there. And what's interesting about that is that that throws off the whole what they do live. Interesting. Okay, so I'll quickly show you the recorded vocals I did. Let's go.
And that makes you larger than life. 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 That makes you larger than life.
Okay, so that's basically all I wanted to show you. If you're doing, I don't know, like, do most of you guys watch and attempt to do covers of it? Or maybe some of you just like to learn? I too am learning along with you guys. It's just I am doing the picking. Okay, so yeah, that's basically all I want to show you guys. I wish it was all in one video. You probably the same. But once you have all that, you can do this. And honestly, I think it sounds a lot more like the song. And yeah, I'm pretty sure I have it all down now. So yeah, so this is good. Alright, so here it is.
Oh, you people, can't you see how your love's affecting our reality? Every time we're down, you can make it right, and that makes you larger than life.
Yeah, that sounds more like it. Wait a second. Hold on a second. I just found this out now. Listen to this, listen to this. Do you hear that? I'm only coming across this now, literally. None of the other parts have that, so someone throws in extra harmony right there. Let's see if we can pick this out.
See how your love's affecting our reality. How your love's affecting our reality. Every time. See how your love's affecting our reality. How your love's affecting our reality. Every time.
Even at the reality part, it sounds fatter. Hold on, I'm gonna try picking this out. I think I might have it down. What's interesting to me is it's just this part. Like, I've listened out throughout the whole song, and it's just that part. Okay, so I studied it with what I had right there. I'm pretty sure this is how it goes. If I come up with a better conclusion later, I may try to listen out for it some more. I'll let you know in another video, but this is what I think it is. Affecting your reality. Yeah, I'm pretty sure it's that. So let's throw this with the rest of the vocals. Again, what a surprise. I'm literally finding this out now, and it's making this video more interesting, right? Yeah, so yeah, I'll throw it with the rest of the vocals.
How your love's affecting our reality. Every time we're down,
Oh, no way, that's so cool. Seriously, we're literally together right now. This video is so cool now. No, let's do this again. I'll do a few comparisons. I'll do the panning thing so you can hear how it goes with it.
How your love's affecting our reality. Every time we're down, how your love's affecting our reality. Every time we're down,
Wow, that's freaking cool, man. Yo, that's cool. That's freaking cool. So they ended up finding an opening of harmony. They slid it in there. Probably Brian, because Brian does all the weird stuff. It probably, cause it kind of flows with a double high. Remember how I said, I'm pretty sure, like, a lot of the harmonies, I heard in a video once how he said, that sometimes they have like 10 harmonies in a song. Oftentimes singers in songs, they will perform harmonies a few times to make it sound really big. And if you want to go even bigger, like Queen, they always have an opera sounding, like there's a lot of people, so sometimes they sing harmonies loads of times. I know that in certain songs they would all three of the singing members would sing each harmony to make it big sounding. I don't know how many of singers sing in Backstreet Boys songs, but I think that certain harmonies are sung by multiple people at a time. And you can hear Brian. It really sounds like Brian's doing a double high. So maybe he very much might be doing the double high, like I was saying before, but then branches off and does his own thing, and maybe he branches off and does his own thing there and adds an interesting twist. I'm just finding this out now. That's really cool. I'm pretty certain that's how it goes. Like, I messed around with the pitch and it helped me. Yeah, so that's cool. That's cool, man. Anyway, this video is a lot longer than I wanted it to be, but that's okay. We ended up learning something really cool right there. So, yeah, that's it. And yeah, keep an eye out for more videos to come. I'm gonna try to hopefully work on some to come out in recent days or recent time. If you came to this video, I'm very thankful because sometimes I miss out a few things and then I hear it later. And I always get bugged when that happens because I want to get it right the first time, but doing this is hard. Oftentimes you have a lot of loud instruments, and yeah. Before I go, really quick, I showed you guys how to do the all of your time spent. I actually took those vocals from this live performance, but the that part sounded very much like if it was off a track, and to me it sounded probably like what the actual track was doing, except they had the harmonies brought out more. So I followed that. Went all of your times. Yeah. So I went time spent, but you hear that it stays straight, and I think it kind of sounds like Brian's doing multiple vocals, but it goes time spent instead of time spent. Anyway, not that big a deal. And yeah. Again, if you came to this video, I'm super thankful that you can hear me try to fix some things. And it's really cool to discover new things and to discover how the harmonies actually went. And I show you guys how it's done and the edits and all that. So thanks for watching. Peace, love, and ice cream cake. God bless.